Hey, Sassy fam, welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. You guys, thank you all so much for your well wishes. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine. I'm recording this about 48 hours after that initial introduction from the Thursday check-in. As you can see, I'm much improved. I'm fine. Okay, thank you all so much. Some of you had some very strong reactions. I promise you, as someone who, as an adult, has been dealing with this for years and years and years, one or two seasonal allergy attacks / asthma attacks are normal for me. Okay, what you saw was the worst of it. All right, that was like day one of a flare, and as you can see, it has greatly subsided. So I have a very aggressive treatment plan that I've devised between myself and my allergist over the years, and as you can see, it works really well, really effectively. At this point, what's still lingering for me is heavy chest, or that lingering sensation of inflammation in the lungs. It's not as tight as day one, but it's still there, and I'm still working through it. And, you know, that's going to dissipate over the next couple of days. You know what I mean? But yeah, and that's all in thanks to the good work between myself and my allergist. Like I said, I have a very aggressive plan. So thank you all so much. But please, I'm not looking for advice. Or tips. You just happen to see the worst of it. And anyone who has a chronic illness or chronic issues will tell you that's what it's like. You keep on keeping on. You do the best that you can. You just can't stop every time. So I know it looked dramatic, but I promise you I'm fine. It was more important to me to get that message out. So let's talk about that. So for those of you who understood the assignment, thank you. Okay, bring appreciation and awareness specifically to the residents of Florida, having just experienced Hurricane Helene, and then boom, no recovery time. There's Milton, boom, here's 20 or so random tornadoes on top of that. So that's what they've been going through. But yeah, to those folks who didn't understand the assignment, there were several, and this happens every time. I'm not surprised, but I am nonetheless disappointed, but it happens every time. You know what I'm talking about, guys? In the comments, there's always that person who demonstrates a phenomenal lack of insight, awareness, empathy, or basic understanding of human needs. Excuse me. Still having to breathe through the little flares at this point, the little micro flares. Still have to work through the breathing as part of the plan, but it's much improved once more. And so for those folks who were so cynical and jaded and shut down and said, what are you being so dramatic about? Milton's no big deal. Okay. Yeah, perhaps try telling that to the millions of displaced Florida residents. I'm sure that will go over really well. Guys, if we constantly minimize tragedy, we as human beings, we really are not great people then. We can't just be like, well, your pain is specific to you. It doesn't bother me, so what's the problem? You went through what you went through. I can't relate, so nobody else should care. If we act like that, we truly are lost as a species. I know many of you aren't. Of course, you understood the assignment. But there's some folks who don't. Tragedy is not a competition. There will always be something bigger and worse than what was experienced. That's not the point. Okay? So, once more, thank you for those who understood. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing today? We are doing today, of course, the check-in for yours and theirs. Like always with yours and theirs, let me take a breath right now. Take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today may not necessarily include or be about a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex-type situation. It's whomever's in that dynamic as I'm describing it. Having said that, it could be about a family member or friend. I don't know. It's up to you. Going back to the beginning, take what resonates, leave it does not. Yeah? There you go. That's the basic rules of yours and theirs. All right. Mission accomplished. Like always, your sign will be timestamped in the description box as well as the comments because I got you. I hope that you're doing awesome. Once more, I'm feeling much better. Thank you. Cinnamon's doing great. She's off grid right now because we've had a slight dip in temperatures. It's a little bit cooler this morning. So she's outside now having outdoor adventures and she's loving it. But yeah, Cinnamon says hello. Anything else? Nah, let's jump on into it. Happy Sunday or whatever day it is you're seeing this. I will see you at your sign. And then I will also, of course, see you at the Thursday check-in. Take care. Be well. Leo, you're up first. What is going on for Leo? Show me Leo, please. Show me Leo and their person. Show me Leo and their person. What's going on? Show me Leo. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in that intro, reverse the energies as you see fit. 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, the Sun. Okay, you busy. 10 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the Emperor. Yeah. Okay, Justice, the Lovers, 8 of Wands. Wow, good job. And the Magician. Yeah, I like where you are. Your person seems to like where they are. Between the two of you, you seem to both get a lot done. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the Sun. You're like, I am working on bigger and better things. You're showing me a kind of modality between being conservative, but also being active, staying busy. So it's a little bit of, I've got a lot going on. So I know I have to be careful with my resources, particularly my time and energy, but also the best of my time and energy needs to go into my 10 of Pentacles or my foundation. So there's a lot going on for you in terms of not just career, home, family, community. It's quite a bit, okay? But the Sun, it makes you happy. You're saying, I'm doing exactly what I want, and this is where I want to be, this is where I need to be. Everything's just about so for you. And I love that. I have someone who's connected to you, 10 of Wands. 4 of Wands in the Emperor, and I know that doesn't sound flattering, but they're right there with you. They're showing me a lot of sense of work attached to this, much like you are. It's active, it's current, it's present day. Congratulations to you both. They're kind of showing me, well, a sense of ownership here with the Emperor, taking a lot of pride in this relationship, taking a lot of pride in the foundation there with you. And they say it's a strain, or it can be a strain, but it's all worth it in the end, that kind of thing. So you're both working hard, you're both being diligent, and you're both kind of like, this is what we do, this is what I do, this is what you do. We recognize each other, we're good. We're good to go. We appreciate each other's efforts, that kind of thing. So that's lovely to see this for you. It's really nice. And that's active. Justice, the Lovers, 8 of Wands. Wow, look at this. I got some beautiful communication that is on point between you and your person of significance. Strong character there. Strong connection the two of you have. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we keep things balanced. We keep things in check. Like I said, it's like I recognize the best in you. You recognize the best in me. And we never fail to appreciate each other. We keep that open at all times. I know what you do with respect, and you know what I do with respect, and we know our parts together. Gorgeous. That communication's on point. The activity's on point. There's love, respect, and a mutual sense of fairness on both sides. Love that. Of course, the Magician. Of course, you want more of it. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? I kind of want to skip advice for you. I really just want to skip advice. I don't think you two need it. I mean, you're doing everything that kind of like a healthy, we love and respect each other couple does. We keep the communication open. We don't take each other for granted. I know my part. I know your part. We put our best efforts together, and then boom, look at us thrive, look at us go. That's all you're showing me. So yeah, I don't think, but we're for fun. I mean, we're here. We'll go ahead and take a look at the advice for the both of you. I mean, once more, congratulations. This is beautiful stuff. This is BEA, beautiful. What is up? All right. As I say, I hear a big old diesel truck, and so it is. 8 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and 8 of Pentacles. That's just what I'm saying. Gosh, you two work really well together. You do. And when there's blind spots, you two figure it out, whatever that is. Okay? It's not always the easiest. You two make that very, very clear. But you also make it very, very clear you two know how to work together to create harmonious results. Even when there's blindness, even when there's confusion, even when sometimes one or the both of you shut things down, you both, at the end of the day, work through it. You're a couple that stays open, communicative, and more to the point, you don't take each other for granted. Respect, love on both sides. Look at that. You always know how to bring it together. Beautiful. Keep on keeping on. Like I said, I don't think you need too much advice. Let's pull some Moonology. There might be some time references in here, as well as some advice. Both of you, such hard workers. New moon in Taurus. Know your worth. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Know your worth. I think you both do. And that is the success here and the key between you two. I know your worth. You know mine. We make an excellent team. But more to that, beyond that sense of teamship, which is absolutely here, partnership, we also have that strong sense of connectivity. There's nothing you and I can't work through. I recognize the best in you because I see it in myself too. You play to each other's strengths, and you seem to understand each other's weaknesses, and you balance each other out really well. Gorgeous. Okay? So you might have some very strong Taurus in your chart. Could be connected to one. Whew. Sorry. Yours is short, and that's a good thing. Trust me, okay? Because when the segments are longer, that means you're in the principal's office longer. That means something's up. So don't be a psych, but Christina, it wasn't long. It don't need to be sugar. It don't need to be. That means you're good. You and your are the... And then we have the great white shark in reverse. You know, it's not about a power thing. It's not about a pursual thing. And it's not about a survival thing. I know it might seem that way. You're both terribly busy and productive, but it's not about having to consume because it's not like an active survival thing. You both contribute equally. You both do what you do because you're supposed to, not because it's a survival thing. So it's good. Neither one of you feel like you're being attacked either. That's beautiful. Okay, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's going on? Show me Saggy in their person, please. Show me Sag. Show me Sag. What's going on? Show me Sagittarius, please. Let's do one more. Show me signs. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, right? But as I explained in that intro, reverse the energies as you see fit. What's up? Four Swords, like I'm taking a break. And then the Chariot, Knight of Cups, once I'm done with the break, I'm going to take care of business. And it's going to be taking care of business from the heart, apparently. Okay. Very good. Healing your heart, but also expressing yourself, so that's active. Interesting. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, someone who has been hesitant to contact you. Interesting. Okay, the Tower. Oh, Two of Wands. Oh, Justice. Oh, look at that now. King of Swords. Yeah, no, you made up your mind about something. I think you're leading the way here. I do. And that's a good thing. It's not an accusation. I'm not saying you're being held responsible. This is either your reading or it's not. There you go. People do take offense when I'm like, oh, it looks like you're heading in a direction and the other person might be on the receiving end. I don't know why. I like it when people take the time to make up their mind. And that's what you're showing me you did here, is that you took the time to make up your mind. And now that you have done, you're like, I know what I'm doing. Aha, I love that. I love when people know their mind, therefore their actions. Beautiful, gorgeous. All right, and you're showing me determination. I got my hard hat on. I had my thoughts. I had my coffee. I know what I'm doing. Got it. And you do. I love that. And like I said, you took your time, Four Swords. And how long you were resting that heart space, I don't know. But the Chariot says, okay, I'm all warmed up. I have my diesel truck warmed up, right? And now it's got somewhere to go. I'm going to express myself. I like this. So your mind is in order, and now it seems your heart, or rather your emotional flow, is in order. You seem to know it, which is good. Knowledge and then the feeling of it, beautiful. Those two ideally work together. I know what I know, and I don't reject what I feel. So you're like, your heart's ready to go, your mind's ready to go. Where's it going to point? Interesting. To someone who has been hesitant or withholding communication, they didn't know how to open up towards you, and you know this. Actively withheld. They didn't, and it's at the heart of the reading too. Ooh, Eight of Wands. But Four of Pentacles, it doesn't mean this person's a bad person. It doesn't mean that they're a good person. It's just someone who has actively withheld communication from you, but had hoped, because there's still hope here, and it's small, but had hoped in some way to speak with you or speak to you again, or to get the ball rolling on communication, and perhaps they didn't know how or how to open up, or that their words would be welcome. I don't know. But that's active withholding, but they're saying that they would open up towards you. In fact, they'd like to. They didn't have the words, or they didn't know what to say, or if it would be welcome. I don't know. Okay? I think you know this. And that's why I believe you're the one who's made up your mind on the issue. And even if you don't like know it, you sense it. You feel it. Okay? And then the Tower, Two of Wands, Justice. Wow, there's this feeling that this thing was never going to balance out. And it doesn't look huge, though. It really doesn't. That's the Tower over Two of Wands. That's as far as towers go, that's pretty manageable. It's just this kind of, I never thought this would balance, but it's actually possible to flip this on the other side of it. And it's actually, yes, it is possible. This is an opportunity for the two of you to feel good about each other, or rather the fairness in regards to the communication or the action or feeling, clearing things up but in a way that benefits you both. And prior to that, perhaps it felt like the impossible task. Okay, it's funny how people think that this is impossible, and then, it becomes possible. It really comes down to what it is we know, took the time to know how we feel, taking the time to understand that, and then the participation. So what this is to you, is it a romantic interest? I don't know. Knight of Cups here in this position suggests it could be, but also Knight of Cups, by the way, is responsible for that tricky little word we call vulnerability. So anything that is vulnerable in nature to you, but you feel and also mentally accept that you're ready to put out there. Okay. I would love to get more on that person. The hesitation, hoping maybe, but not like crazy Page of Wands. They'd be open to it. They weren't the one to prompt it, though. All right. Excuse me. I wonder what it is that you're like, okay, I've rested on this. Okay. I've thought my thoughts and I've felt my feelings. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to say. And there you go. Something's going to be just right. Just right. It's not crazy. It's not over the top, but it represents an opportunity for engagement to balance. Whereas before we perhaps thought, like I said, it was the impossible task. All right, let's get some advice, please, for Saggy or their person, or a little bit of both. What's going on? Two of Swords, Four of Swords. There it is, the confusion devil. Okay. So there was some hesitation prior to this. Take comfort here. And you having rested, that Four of Swords was very important for you. Okay. It helped clear up some indecision that were lingering. It was lingering like a patternized thought. These are all low-level thoughts of concern that were patternized in nature with the devil. In other words, you had something on your mind that you were working through for a long time before you got comfortable with what it is you know now. Specifically, the pattern here regards confusion with your thoughts. Okay? And now that you've made up your mind on the subject, you don't feel possessed of the mind anymore. That's what that rest period was. Like I said, you had to be in alignment with you up here and in here. Specifically, that you had to be mentally comfortable with this. Okay? You tackled it. You did a good job. That's a small devil. It needed some cleanup. Now, that Four of Swords, don't get me wrong, it might have taken you a long time. But you got there, and that's all that matters. Okay? Ooh. Mm-hmm. It's one of the downside to those acute allergy attacks. You get the swelling, the internal swelling of the ear. I hate that so much. It creates tinnitus, so a little uncomfortable there. The swelling, everything comes down, guys. It's okay. I'm normal. I'm normal. This condition for me is normal. I'm normal. No, but I'd like to think I was, a happy sort of different. Like I said, I'm a little different and happy to be so. Yeah, inner swelling's got to come down. Oh, what's goodness? What's goodness? What's goodness? What's going on? Show me this. Now, the reason I'm attracted to soft voices, honestly, everything, I have sensitive hearing. Oh my gosh. As is, I like nice, gentle, not loud voices. Oh my goodness. Anyway, last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. Full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. Yeah, cool your mind right here. Clear your mind And your emotions. That's what this was. I think you've done a good job of that. Last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind. Cool your emotions. It's going to be cool. All right? Full moon in Aries and last quarter moon in Gemini. For some of you. All right. Let's see. The Tree of Life. Yeah. I know some of you are very concerned with your Tree of Life standing, your Ten of Pentacles, if you will, your roots that touch many, many things. This is important to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be engaging with it. And then we have the Medine here of Aquarius, but it's in the reverse. The key word here being friendly towards the situation, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of these. I didn't think Leo needed it, so with yours, there's something here I'm a little curious about. Yeah, do we have a little bit of a soulmate type situation? The Six of Cups, perhaps. Someone whom we have memories with. A deep attachment that not everyone would understand. I understand. Yeah. It's important. There it is again. Fate, detours, divine intervention right there at the Tower. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost coming across as inspiration and or insight to help clear up any of the residual hesitation in your mind. You know? It was just the right time, I suppose. All right, that's enough of that. Excuse me. Saggy, honey, I hope this helps you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries. What's up? What's going on? Show me Aries, please. Show me Aries in their person. Show me Aries in their person. Hello, pumpkin. Are you back from an outdoor adventure? What you been doing? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I said in the intro, you reverse those energies as you see fit. What's going on? Don't you want to say hi to Aries? Don't you want to say hi to Aries? No? You're just going to stare at me? That's okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses. All right. The Chariot. The Moon, yeah. Ten of Pentacles, interesting. That's interesting. That's cool. I suppose that's you. The Magician, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Oh, yes. The Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, yeah. Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah. The strength is in you. You're being strong at this time, strong-willed. That's interesting. You've kind of shown me, look, I'm going to enter the unknown real quick. I'm kind of curious. I don't blame you. It's you. Because you're saying, look, I'm stable. And that's the benefit of being stable or showing stability, is that if you want to take a little detour down Moon Avenue, and in this respect, it's not what you're hiding, it's what you just don't know. And the Chariot that precedes it suggests, I'm going to actively dive into the moon real quick because I'm coming from a place of security, so I'm not worried about it. You're like, I'm going to open up into the unknown. You're showing me no fear, which is why I said that's you. You're like, it's a little scary though, right? Because you need strength. You whipped out strength really fast. So again, I'm not laughing at you. It's just very Aries of you. And, what is it you're curious about? The unknown, the unexpected. How does this fit into my life? I'm going to go ahead, take some time to explore it because once more, I feel safe, secure, and stable. So once you have a home base, right? And when people show me a home base that they're good, they can afford to open up. They can afford to show strength of will to explore the unknown. And I'm like, Aries, what are you gearing up for? What are you putting your armor on for? And I'll tell you what it is. It's just love, but it's beautiful. It's, the Magician, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups. Either they're summoning you or you're summoning them. Regardless, it's a very lovely prospect, yes. So this person has a full heart, high energy. And even if they're not a fire sign, they're showing passion, ambition, direction, creativity, goal, something like this. And they're, as far as I can tell, they're openly manifesting love, new love. And I guess you want to know if you fit the bill because, honey, you're all strapped up. You're getting... It's great because you feel compelled towards it. You're driven towards it. But it's like strength of will. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You're going to take a chance into the unknown, but it looks lovely. So again, here it's not the moon in the negative construct that is active secrets or the illusions or the fantasy. You're like, no, no, no. I am determined to make this a known entity. It's just, that means I got to be willing to open up to the unknown. I gotta get in there. So that's what you're doing, and you're energetically as well as physically gearing up for this, and it looks great. And I can see why it's a lovely, warm recipient, or it's someone who's open towards. It's gorgeous. I don't blame you, honey. They're a little bit of a knockout, and they got, if not physically, energetically, bare minimum. It's gorgeous. They even got a little, I'm not going to lie, that magician's very much attached to them. This is someone who can summon. This is someone who's comfortable. This is someone who can proudly say, this is who I am. This is what I want. And I love that. I love that when people say, this is my desire. This is my need. This is my feeling, because you can't mistake it. And I think you want to know if that unknown is something you qualify for. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful little growth there in the heart space. You're like, I'm not going crazy with it. I want to get more familiar with it. I want to, I want to deepen those roots maybe. Nothing crazy. But I feel good about this, and it's a growing feeling that's going to continue to grow as you continue to connect with this, and it's going to feel really good to the heart space there. There is a sense of an established root system with this a little bit, so it's not unfamiliar to you, I think, but it might just be a deep appreciation for who this person is, because there is a sense of familiarity around it, okay? But yeah, all right. Excuse me, let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice, please, for Aries. The Fool, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this feels like a known risk to you. Emperor, yeah, look at that. You got some Big Daddy energy right there. That's you, honey. That is indeed your power card. The Fool, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this feels like a known risk. You say known risk. Because here we have the Fool. So it has that sense of, I'm going to open up to this. I already saw you, right? Gearing up, putting your armor on to go down the Moon Avenue, see if you qualify for this. But it's not so crazy, though. Seven of Pentacles suggests this isn't a completely unknown thing. So this is what you would call calculated risk. You must know this person in a way that suggests you are familiar with it to show me this level of approach towards it. Okay, it feels comfortable. You're ready. You're ready to do this. You're ready to approach this. Look at that. You're going. I see you going for this. I like it. Honey, I know your energy. I do. There it is again, strength. Some of you have some interesting Leo in your chart as well as Aries. Yeah. Yeah, I say go, honey. It looks good. It looks prime. Let's go. Let's get some Moonology. Lighten up. Last quarter moon in Leo. Like I said, for some of you have some Leo in your chart, and lighten up. There's a sense of intensity around this and strength of will, and I got to gear up for this. I got to be ready for this, man, and it's okay. And like I said, this looks like a very warm, loving recipient, okay, of your attentions. I'm not too worried about it, all right? It's going to be all right. Anything else here, please? I'd like to learn more about this person. Busy and distracted, autumn, regrets, apologies. There is a delay effect. That's all I'm seeing in here. I don't know if it's all serious like that. When you add them up, regrets, autumn, apology, busy and distracted. There's something in here about I meant to get back to this. I meant to say something sooner, particularly around the fall time, okay, as we in the Northern Hemisphere are currently entering fall. Perhaps for some of you then, it is next fall. But there's a sense of I'm sorry, I meant to get to this sooner, my regrets, apology. So there is a sense of formality around this, but I don't think it's as heavy as full on, oh yeah, Regrets and sadness. No, it doesn't feel like that. We can lighten this up a little bit. And I think that goes back to this oracle. So there's something here that connects you to this that suggests I meant to get to this sooner. And it was growing. It was growing. Like I said, this isn't completely unknown to you. That's what's interesting to me. I was hoping to see more about that other person, but that's all right. Their energy kind of speaks for itself, I think. Okay. We have the letter J, K, and there you are, the medallion of Aries. That's you. You might have a critical, I don't know why. That's kind of, some of you might have one critical placement Aries, not necessarily a dominant. I don't know why it's coming, because there's the Roger. I'm not Roger. I do it every time. The rabbit from Alice in Wonderland always has a clock and a formal tuxedo, always on the go. No time to say hello, goodbye, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. There's that busy and distracted again. You know, I meant to butt my head into this sooner. You're the ram. That's why I say that. I meant to butt my head into this sooner, and I got 1,000 things on my plate, and I didn't mean to do that. Time got past. Something like this. Make sense? Something like this. Okay. Aries, I do hope that helped you. It's really cute, and I'm happy for you. This looks nice, and it feels nice. More to the point. I hope this helped. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me Aquarius, please. Show me Aquarius. Show me Aquarius. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in that intro, reverse the energies as you see fit. What's going on? The Hierophant, the Lovers, Nine of Pentacles, feeling something, are we? Just a little bit. Okay. The Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the King of Swords, okay. Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Cups, and the overview is the Empress. Man, are you feeling a certain way about somebody or what? Oh, wow. You're spiritually very devoted to a connection. Spiritually, let me tell you, the Hierophant plus the Lovers, that's bare minimum a connection that is deeply spiritually connected, if nothing else, because it has to connect at multiple points, the Lovers, in order for it to be successful. So we got that spiritual connection in the bag, if that helps you. But yeah, the Hierophant and the Lovers, that's such a powerful combination. That's such a strong sense of I am deeply connected to this, and I feel it in my body. You know, I feel it in my spirit. I feel it in my soul, if you will. Okay. And man, Nine of Pentacles, it makes you feel like you. It makes you feel independent. It makes you feel strong. And it's something that says, I know this as part of myself. Like, I don't question it. You know, you're saying you're pretty stable. You can do well for yourself. You know how to make things happen. You know how to build. And you're saying a big part of that is understanding and accepting the fact that this connection has helped make you who you are in some way. So you give it a great deal of credit. You don't deny it at all. In fact, with your understanding of this and your role in it and how you're attached to it, you're saying in large part has helped make me who I am. So hopefully, you know, that's something that you can take pride in, the Aquarius I'm looking at, because you do. Okay? It's like I acknowledge this connection like I acknowledge myself. You're still showing me physically you're on your own. But that you also have the appreciation, the insight, the intuition, as well as the spiritual skill to appreciate how you are connected to this. Okay? Like I said, you give this kind of credit for helping it be who you are. Don't get me wrong, you're still responsible for your story and the decisions you've made and all your success along the way. But you're also saying, this connection comes along with me for the ride. Spiritually, if nothing else. It influences you. Now over here, let's talk about this for a second. Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, King of Swords. This is someone, and I don't know where they are. They think about you a great deal. They keep an eye on you. It doesn't look malicious. It doesn't look negative. They're saying, I'm aware of who you are. They recognize the soul bond between you and them, the memories. But they're distant. So again, I don't know where they are in approximation to you. I don't know if that's a temporary leave of absence. I don't know if this is someone who consciously left with, again, the full appreciation of what this connection is. But like I said, they think about you. And they reflect on you a lot. So in their own way, they're showing me a reflection of the appreciation of your two's memories, and I think about you, but I'm distant from you. And that's all I have from this person. Excuse me. The Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups, it may not seem this way at all now, and I don't blame you. But no matter how slow, someone is moving forward into connecting to this emotionally. Someone is showing me being the recipient of being open to this emotionally. As someone slowly, Ninth of Pentacles, slowly makes their way towards someone's heart, and then they express an openness towards it. I don't know who's on marching orders, and it's a slow march, but whatever this is does not represent a race. Okay? And I see someone softening. Okay? They're softening. Again, the Queen of Cups is a softening element in love. It says, I feel what I feel without apology, but perhaps is a little shy about it. It's a kind of softer feminine, but still intuitive. Nevertheless, it's an expansion. Okay? When the Queen of Cups decides to open her heart space like that, she means it. All right? And the Empress is in the overview. Man, look at that. You have, you don't look like an Aquarius that's hurting. You look like an Aquarius that has a strong sense of self and a strong sense of empowerment. You already kind of showed me such a strong representation of who you are as a person. The Empress could be how you perceive this person as someone of very high value, someone of empowerment, or that's you. It could be a little bit of both. Without clarification, I cannot say further why this person actively chose to distance themselves, and physically, but the other components are here of mental appreciation, emotional connection to you, spiritual connection as well. And they think about you a lot. Specifically, they reflect on you a great deal. Why they chose to distance themselves, I suppose you would know best. Like I said, it could be temporary for all I know. But you have such a high opinion of who they are. Does it really matter who the Empress is? When you both know your worth, and you both understand your place in this connection, distance or no, it would still lend itself to the argument of empowerment. Okay, let's get some advice. Let's get some advice, please, for Aquarius. Yeah, but slowly someone who's on that the marching orders is moving forward to someone who softens their heart. The Tower, the World, the Hierophant. There it is again. You might have some strong Taurus in your chart. Gemini, of course, as well, but it's not really the point. It's consistent. Man, that's some big old energy right there. That's three majors. The Tower, the World, the Hierophant. It's at someone's disposal to very much open this door or very much close it. Ooh. Oh boy. I would say you're in a powered position, all right. Wow, in what seemingly looks like blowing up a cycle, someone really upped the ante of their spiritual development. So I can tell a cycle happened between you two. And it might have seemed that a door was radically shut. But since then, someone's had a lot of spiritual growth about the ending there. And the world then still represents as an open entity, possible open entity. As far as I can tell, it's already happened. They already showed me they're distant from you by choice. So the most destructive element, it seems, has already occurred. That means it puts you into the energy of the Hierophant here. Really getting in touch with your higher self, spiritual development, all the good stuff, yeah? But it has left a kind of clean slate energy here. So much lessons were learned in this. So many. So many precious lessons were learned. Like I said, that door seems to be at your disposal at some point. Like I said, you have to know the difference between a door that's been slammed shut and locked and one that was just kind of slammed shut. Somebody still marches forward, little by little. Man, that's a good one. The Divine Feminine, yes, I see that it's here. There is very strong feminine energy. That could be you, could be the person that perhaps is that feminine recipient I see. Okay. Regrets, there are regrets here. Oh, right. I know. Right? These things do happen, I know. There are regrets here. There was confusion around the situation once upon a time. Okay, perhaps Aquarius for some of you is an obscure Neptune placement. That's not really the point. The idea is confusion, and there were illusions and rose-colored glasses and regrets. Oh, regrets? What kind of regrets, guys? There's so many. Some of you, it's simply hidden emotions. Okay. And the Divine Masculine. Like I said, I had that feeling. You're both showing empowerment in your own respective ways. There's that strong sense of equal. You're both each other's respective equals in your own way. If someone chose to fuck off, right, that doesn't mean they're a bad person. If we asked them, I know they'd have their reason. They don't fail to think on the reflection. They still learn from it, and they reflect on you a lot, you know? I'm sure they have regrets too. If you're each other's equals, it's going to be equal. Equal regrets, equal sorrow, equal confusion, equal a sense of illusion. You are going to have your different reasons on either side of the fence, but you still have common territory of the same issues. Yeah, whatever this is, guys, we're not done connecting to it. I think the hard part's over, to be honest with you. But I'm not seeing much further out. We're still on March, apparently. All right. Last quarter moon in you. Reflect on your priorities. And so we have. I saw massive spiritual growth after the fact. Let's see. First quarter moon in Capricorn. Unleash your kindest self. Be kind to yourself. Please be kind. When we have these kind of massive spiritual growth spurts, if you will, we have to remember to be kind to ourselves. We're still learning. We're still experiencing. We're still growing. Okay. Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. It will be well. It will be well when it's supposed to be, when it's ready to be. Oh, so many. We have the letter B. That's interesting. I keep seeing the letter B everywhere these days, and I don't know why. Speaking of B, we have the busy bee in reverse. There's something here we're not trying to distract ourselves on. Okay. No distraction here. Dragonfly, sense of hard-wearing transformation, not easy to come by. We have the cat in reverse, upside down. Perhaps we weren't listening to our most intuitive selves, but we still have the crab of Cancer. There's a sense of mixed emotions here, but still strong feeling nonetheless. And then we have the squid, the sense of the great unknown, or the depths of the ocean, which causes people a great deal of fear, is the unknown. But when it's in the upright, there's that sense of beginning to understand a little bit more of the unknown and not being so afraid of it, particularly those gripping emotions. They have the hot air balloon rising high into the sky so we can look down below and see what actually is going on from like an eagle's perspective, yeah? And then we have the wilted tulip upside down and in reverse. It feels like the romance is gone, or whatever the love here is gone. Someone felt neglected. Someone felt neglected. Emotions were not taken into consideration. So it wilted. I don't know. That's just the impression. It may or may not apply. Okay, Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on? Show me Gemini in their person, please. Show me Gemini in their person. Let's do one more. Let's see Gemini, please. We're going to start with your side of the board, as I explained in that intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Death, Four of Pentacles, Strength, okay. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, okay. The Hermit in reverse. Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, overview is the Queen of Wands. All right. Oh boy. You know, you're showing me a fair amount of optimism despite whatever's going on here. So whatever it is you're parting ways with, you seem to be glad of it. There's something here metaphorically you can let go of. You want to. Death with the Four of Pentacles, that's very distinct. Something that you've been holding on to, it's like you're saying very gently, I don't need it anymore. In fact, my ability to let this go makes me stronger. This is correct. Whatever this is correct. Four of Pentacles is something that you've been holding on to. Time, energy, and effort of something. It could be in your 3D. It could be a metaphor for your emotion, a memory, something that has proven difficult, but you didn't know what to do with it. You're saying, letting this go makes me stronger. I completely agree with you. Okay? And in fact, in so doing, you're showing me more confident about this than perhaps you have felt in some time over this particular issue. So whatever it is that you are letting go of, and you're like, you know what? It's time. That's really what you're telling me. It's time. It's time to let this go. And I feel confident about it. I can do this. I can let this go. In fact, letting this go, like I said, for you in this situation or circumstance is actually making you stronger, which is good. Holding on to things when we don't need it and we know that is a sign actually of weakness. A lot of people confuse that with strength. My ability to hold on to this thing that I don't use is a testament to my strength. No, 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 no. A lot of people lean on that what if. In people, their relationships, work, objects, it doesn't matter. Knowing that its place in your life is done now, and it no longer serves a purpose mechanically, financially, emotionally, or otherwise is a recognition of strength or a character trait of strength. I am not so fearful. Sorry, I'm very tired. I'm not so fearful of this life that I don't know when and where and how to let things go. I can do it. Correct. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Man, I'm not even seeing someone else. I'm seeing you more or less operating under this. And I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm seeing you operate under this idea of this is what I'm going for now. I mean, I don't see a them or a they, just what it is you're trying to achieve. So I know you're here for yours and theirs, and that's why I focused on it. But the fact of the matter is, you're letting something go powerfully with a 100% focus on what it is you can achieve. And I highly admire that. I very much respect that. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. You're saying, this is going to be it. This is my era. This is my next chapter. You're like, no more holding on to things that don't work. No. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it right. So whatever that line, their line was supposed to be, it still relates back to you very much so. It is 100% being pointed back to what you've showed me. I say good luck to you on this goal, on this endeavor. But you're like, I'm thinking about prospects for now and always. What I can do now and where it's going to take me. What I can make for myself and what I'm going to do with it long term. You're focusing on new and then stabilizing it. You're like, I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm open. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's jump on over here. This is the only time I see any sort of energetic influence that's not you. The Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. Someone is deeply worried, and I mean deeply worried. I mean they cannot be reconciled. The Hermit's in reverse. That's not good. People ask me all the time, do I read the cards in the downverse? Oh, yeah. If that's how it comes out now, then that's how it comes out now, right? Typically, you don't need to. The cards typically speak for themselves, okay? But yeah, if they shake out that way, okay. I used to not to on the baseline because I had clarifiers. Now it's okay, okay? The Hermit's in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. That's beyondworried.com, like beyondworried.com. Like somebody has the full rights and name to that. Beyondworried.com, and they can't be reconciled. Their grief, their disapproval is beyond being reconciled. Like they cannot get out of their headspace. The Hermit is not being allowed to do his job to fix the thought. It is nothing but disaster and worst case scenarios. They have a much slower energy, very slow. Now, I'm not saying slow is bad, but what I'm saying is if somebody's energy is slow enough and it's negative enough, they will always be in a position of never really moving forward, mentally or physically. So this person's not prepared mentally or physically to move forward in support with you, what you're doing, what you're trying to do. It's very anti-movement because their thoughts are indeed that anti. Okay, they take it to the worst possible place. So I'm sorry it's non-supportive. I don't see that stopping you, nor should it. You have to do what's right for you. I'm actually quite proud of you for this piece. I don't know what it is you had to work so hard to let go of, but indeed it made you stronger. Look at you go. Your energy is so strong for this that it took over this portion of the board. So I am sorry, but they also don't have much room to stand in your way either, not unless you give that to them. Okay? There you go. And I am sorry. Let's get some advice for you. Let's get some advice, please, for Gemini. I had this talk with Scorpio not too long ago. Just because of what others fail to see or dream for themselves does not mean they should project or be allowed to project their worries onto you. That doesn't stop people from trying, but it is on you to allow yourself to participate in that and adopt those fears like it's your own. Don't let someone else's perceived notions of failure hold you back, because it's you that has to account for you at the end of your lifetime, not them. Okay? Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Man, whatever this is you've been holding on to, it's been a sore point for you for a long time, my darling. And you have been trying to heal that, and you feel good. You feel really good about that break, that stuff you've been holding on to. The 4 and 5 are not that far apart in this respect. Parting ways with whatever it is you've been holding on to, you name it. You really had to do a job there of reconciling yourself to it in the heart space, and so you have done. Okay. You have nothing but love for yourself and a sense of direction and focus. Good. Take that and run with it. Whichever this is important to you. You feel it. You have the proof of it. And that's really important for you. You have the proof of it. It shows up in your 3D too. All right. You got one lifetime and possibly one foundation. Full moon in Pisces. The key word here being forgive. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. And so you have done. There's a forgiveness element in here, and you have thought it through. I know you're being met with a lot of disapproval, and you might even had a particular dialogue with this person that says you're just going to have to forgive me. I hope that you can, but this is something that's important to me. So whatever that looks like in terms of your particular language. I mean, there's that sense of I've thought it through and I've been thinking it through. I know this is correct and I feel it too. Okay, so whatever that is to you. All right. Let's see here. Oh, we'll do a couple of these. I don't think I'm not too inclined, but let's go ahead. We'll go ahead. Just in case. Just in case in the end. Okay, we're going to stabilize. We're focusing. I see. There it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's still confirming. Okay. Yes, look at this. I'm going to hold this up really close to you so hopefully you can see it. Just see how one is in flow, the other is not. Yeah. You're in harmony with you. The other isn't. Again, they won't harmonize. They won't stabilize. They don't want you to do this. And I am so sorry, but it's, again, their projected fears are not yours. Okay, you're interested in that solid foundation that I see for you forming. You got to go for this, whichever it is. It starts here, and you're like, this is the road I'm going on. Okay, it's the form. You believe in this. You really do. And more to the point, you see it for yourself because you're right. You are absolutely right. Where someone is like, no, worst case scenario, it's going to destabilize. It's going to be anti-flow, anti-harmony. Winter for some of you. I don't think it's this coming winter, but it could be. For others of you, I strongly believe last winter, you let some stuff out of your chest that was important to you. Hidden emotions about what's really going on here. Okay. Some of you got some serious weight off your chest. If not this coming winter, whenever that is for you, then it was last winter. But it feels like it's been in that time frame. Okay. Something that you've been carrying for a long time. All right, let's see here. Anti-flexible. Someone here does not know how to be flexible. No flexibility. Yeah, they weren't always like this, were they? Okay, it's one thing to be a little bit on the cautious side. It's one thing to be a little bit on the watchdog side. I got that. That has its advantages too. But there's someone who cannot go with the flow anymore. Or if they, a long time. Anyway, I don't know why I got lost in that thought. G, K, R. The chakra is in alignment for you. Correct. Mm-hmm. Some of you have a very small dog. We're talking the toy dog, Terrier. Christina, that was clever though. I just tried to combine the words terrier and chihuahua. That would be cute though. A terrier. Oh my goodness, too cute. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. For some of you, the next crescent moon might be important. The last one, I don't know. All right, Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on for Libra? Show me Libra and their person. Show me Libra and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, which I explained in that intro. Reverse energies as you see fit. 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Lots of people showing me that foundation these days, and I'm here for it. Okay, 2 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups. Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, Devil. Yeah, I don't blame you for that. Overview, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to take your time with this, and I don't blame you. You're not rushing this. You want to be sure. And again, I don't blame you. Because whatever this is has prospects, but it's not exactly making you feel confident, okay? Or secure or safe. That's a bit of an issue. So, yes, my shoulder still pops. Even after the surgery, it still pops. Turns out they were unrelated, and that's fine. Just a little bit of a pop. It's fine. Nice. Yeah, so take your time with this, and I don't blame you. Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. It's like saying, I do have love for you, but it doesn't always feel stable or safe or secure these days. So I don't know how long you've been feeling this way, but you're there, you're acknowledging it, and you're saying you're still moving forward. You haven't changed that, but you're getting a little tired of always feeling bare minimum emotionally insecure in this. So here we have Ten of Pentacles, which is the height of stability. And if you're showing me you're sharing that with somebody, it should feel stable. But then we have the chaotic element that is the Nine of Wands. You're showing it's been a little rough these days, trying to feel harmonized with your person. I don't blame you because of, look at this. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Six of Cups. It's like saying, I love you. We're together. We have memories, man. But sometimes I get confused about the direction. You know, I don't know what to put into our union these days. What do you mean you don't know what to put into the union these days? You either want to stabilize with someone emotionally or you don't. Now, are you two bonded? Is it a soul bond? I don't know. Bare minimum, we got memories here. And you're kind of like, I want to know if we're going to continue to make memories. Because we don't feel so secure these days. Now, you're showing me your issue with this by far is emotional security. Why am I questioning this all the time? Why am I feeling rough with you all the time? Why do I not feel like you and I are safe these days? Okay. How come we aren't feeling so harmonized these days? And they're like, that's an excellent question, but I have no answers for you. So guess what? It's going to be cyclic. It's going to turn right back around on you and make you feel emotionally insecure a little more. So I have here what looks like a unreassuring, non-reassuring partner. And that's I don't like that. It's a little too mixed and confused when something should be clear. You and this person either feel connected in all the right ways and you mean the same to each other, which is how you opened up with, or you don't. So I don't like how they're pitching the question right back at you, and then it goes back to reinforcing that sense, well, I still don't feel secure with you. Yeah, it's a problem for me too, but I have no answers for you. So I'm not trying to pin it on them, but the fact is, you opened up with a solid 2. They opened up with the worst 2s. We should have a little bit more discernment by now about why, if you and I are off page, why aren't we talking about it? And if we have talked about it, here's the real point. Why are we not seeing changes? Why am I still feeling the need to kind of block you and be rough with you these days? See what I'm saying? I like it when people talk and they address things. But after that, we should be seeing changes. Not a continuation of the same shit, different day. So be aware of your part too. Okay? Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Devil. Yeah, so again, you're just showing me higher levels of emotional insecurity here. The more you keep yourself open towards this, specifically having hope for it, the worse it feels. Yes, again, it's cyclic at this point. It's a circle. It's not a feedback loop. It's circle. Circle's repetitive. A feedback loop suggests it's healthy. I understand. Your concerns are my concerns, and here's what we're doing about it. Circle says same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. So I got you in a circle with this person. And the more you continue to hold that hope and keep yourself emotionally available, the worse it's starting to feel. So guys, I don't know about you or ladies, whomever is watching this, I don't care if you're a male or a female. If your partner makes you feel emotionally insecure that you're not in it at the same place, the same time and feeling secure, it's because you're not. So getting a, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't know how to make you feel better. It's the same problem. So at some point, we got to stop doing this, zip it, and acting. Acting in each other's best interest. That means change. Change the behavior. Then we change the issue. The issue hasn't changed. So we're past the point of, okay? Because don't get me wrong, I don't want you to rush. I don't want you to do anything that feels wrong. But at some point, we got to get off this dialogue of, I feel like, and start seeing some action here, okay? It's because on that point, guys, I enjoy a thorough discussion. I enjoy laying it out on the table, no pun intended. That's good, because then you know what you're working with. But if you give me nothing to work with, then I have no reason to work with you. See how that is? Well, you seem to have nothing new to say, contribute, and therefore change. I guess our line of inquiry is over at this point. Yeah, I mean, what's he going to do? It's like talking at a brick wall. So I don't want to I really don't want to hear it, guys, about, well, they said and this, that, and how long have you been having this discussion? No, honey, no. I understand. But it should never get to that point where you have so much hope about keeping yourself exposed to a situation where you start to feel bad about it. Because that's a one-way street. Okay? And like I said, they got a big old portion in this, but it's up to you if you want to keep playing. Okay? There you go. We still have choice in this. Now, people hate when I point that little fact out, but we do have choice. If you're a Libra who's been through it, you get to talk. All right? Speak up. Guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth it playing that game. It's a jerk circle. All right. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Two of Swords, the Chariot, and the World. Yeah, no, I mean, duh. That's what we've been talking about. So, like, I got to tell you guys, it's been on their mind too, the Two of Swords. In that sense of the Chariot and the World, from there is hitting back to them. They thought about it, and that's why you feel emotionally insecure, because they haven't given you reassurance. Am I right? And that's because they have none to give you. They have thought about, and I am attributing to that to them based on a very loose Two of Swords. I grant you. But they have thought about this has nowhere else to continue. They just haven't finalized it. And that's why you're like, why are we not doing well these days? Why is it the longer I hang into this and have hope for it, I start to feel even worse about it? It's because it's crossed their mind. But there's like, I don't know, though. But bullshit. Bullshit. Something either has direction and someone's in it to win it, or they're not. So the fact that the Chariot in the World is there, I don't know if I want to keep moving in this direction. Why don't you just finalize the bill? Tally me up. Tally us up. Okay? Yeah. No, I mean, guys, I don't want you, practically speaking, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I don't care. If you're the one who feels like you're left waiting, or you're the person who thinks it's going to end, but you're playing for time, you both contribute. Stop wasting each other's time, especially if you feel like your time's being wasted by hanging on. If somebody's like, I don't know, but yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Let's stop twiddling our thumbs here. You do. Okay? Let's get some oracle cards. Take inspired action. Beat him to the punchline, baby. That would be my first instinct. But that's me. And that's specific to just seeing this. That's my first instinct. I will beat you to the punchline. What do you mean you don't know? How long you been playing that game? 2 weeks or 2 years? And it seems to, honey, if two people are in it to win it, it doesn't get to this point because there is no confusion. Let me make that clear. When you're in it to win it, there is no confusion. And you most certainly don't need 2 years to figure it out, never mind 2 weeks. No. I need to go find myself. Go find yourself on your own damn time. Meanwhile, I'm over here. I got shit to do. All right? I'm sorry. I'm just like that. Sorry. I'm sorry. I am just that Southern woman, guys. I am just that. I am just that person. Full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. Full moon in Aquarius. Be real. Oh, yeah. I think it's time for some realness. I think it's time for some realness. Could just be me. Maybe I'm misreading the situation. Which, by the way, of course, it is either your situation or it ain't. It's very specific. Okay. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yeah, we got a big wand. Yeah. We got a big wand. How's that song go? It hits. It just hits. Yeah. You remember that song too? The lyrics of it? Do you know it? It's not a compliment. Yeah, it can hit. That doesn't mean it's worth a damn. Okay? So know the difference between a full-on prospect and your slam piece. Can't believe I just said that, but it's true. Okay? I know. But, honey, some wands ain't worth it. Especially if you're stuck in alert. Okay, so I can't help but relegate this to to memories. I'm not getting soul bond off this. I'm getting time has passed and I still don't know. Epiphany. Yeah, it's going to hit some of you soon. Okay. A separation. And you're afraid of the longing. Guys, you can't be afraid to be on your own. It's not worth it. It's not worth your sanity. It's not worth your emotionality. The fear of separation, because what if I miss them? You will. You will. You'll miss the chemistry. You'll miss the anxiety. You'll miss the butterflies. That doesn't mean it was good for you. Why don't you get addicted to peace and stability? Okay? Instead of the chemistry and the passion. Then you're like, oh, okay, it's not worth it, me being anxious about separating from this. So what? I'll miss them. You know? You miss what? The passion, the chemistry? Feeling emotionally vulnerable to this all day, every day? Nah. It'll be temporary. Don't be limited by your own fears, okay? The letter Q, we have the Eiffel Tower. That's the height of romanticism. Is this what you really want? Is this what you want to build your whole world on? Don't get me wrong, the Eiffel Tower exists. It was built. But is this your Eiffel Tower? Or does it just stand really erect? Yeah, the bat signal. You gotta get the bat signal. The bat signal. Anyway, is this your true mate? Okay. Here's the thing with the bat. They have unique radar adaptation to navigate under very unusual circumstances, and that includes finding their mate. Is this who you're really putting your bat signal out on? You know? I'm just saying. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on? Show me, Taurus. Show me Taurus and their person, please. Show me Taurus and their person. Oh. All right, so Wands for some of you, feeling a little extra these days. Oh, that's not bad. We'll take that. What's going on? Show me Taurus and their person. Little extra rocket fuel these days. What is going on? Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. So I explain that intro, reverse the energies as you see fit. What's going on? Yeah, okay. The Tower. Like, that's what's going on. Seven of Swords and Seven of Wands. What happened? Taurus, what happened, honey? Well, you keep going and I'll tell you. Three of Swords is in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah. Okay. The Moon. Death. Three of Pentacles. Okay. Knight of Cups. Oh, boy. Emotionally, you're pointing somewhere else. Anywhere else except this. All right. Yeah, your Knight of Cups in the overview, it's your heart is pointing somewhere else. Like I said, anywhere else. It's like I don't know where it's pointing, honey. You might be throwing darts at the phone book. Anything just to not be pointing at this. And I don't blame you. Let's get that out of the way right now. I don't blame you. I don't quite know what you're feeling or where your Knight is going, because again, the Knights are responsible for being external. Sometimes I see them coming towards us. Not what I'm saying here today. I believe your heart flow wants to go somewhere else. How it would express itself, who it would be vulnerable with, and why, what emotionally makes you feel soft and comfortable expressing yourself is pointing outward and away from this. And once more, I don't blame you. So the Tower, Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, that is massive rejection. It looks like it was fairly fresh and or recent. Something came forward in a way, and it may not have been massive, but your energetic reaction is, whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Get it away from me. No. So it was large enough for you to have that reaction. It was impactful. Okay. Something came to light that you don't care for. I don't see you trying to reject the truth. What I'm saying is that I don't want this to touch me or affect me. Get it away. I got you. Three Swords in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. You know, someone's coming forward with something that says, look, I've had this in my heart and I don't want it to be there anymore. And I'm kind of saying that over here as well. So it's consistent. This is either yours or it's not. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's the equivalent of someone more or less saying, I want to get this off my chest. So therefore it helps them feel better. And it's almost in the reflection with the Wheel of Fortune. I should have done this a long time ago, or said this a long time ago. Or this is how I've been feeling because the Seven of Pentacles here. So it's kind of a drug out truth. Like it's been really drug out. And a little bit of an avoidance topic. And Seven of Swords here is something that's been actively avoided to some extent on your part and theirs. We didn't want to know about it. Or again, it was just a full-on secret that was revealed to you. And, well, your reaction is your reaction, as discussed. And it's like, I've been thinking this for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time, or I've been feeling this for a long time. And I'm glad that they feel better by telling you. I do. It's just, I don't know how much time that is through my eyes when somebody shows me the perspective I probably should have said or done sooner. Well, you know, I guess they couldn't keep paying the debt. So that's typically what happens when things are stretched out this long. You know, the bigger the debt, the bigger the reveal, and the stronger the reaction. So I'm glad that hopefully they got this off their chest, but your reaction is your reaction and you're entitled to it. I just want you to work through it or be able to work through it. Okay. The moon, here we go again. The secrets, the illusions, the delusions, the fantasies, death is over that. So whatever this is came to light. Okay. This is like, well, no more of that. Here's what's up. And then the Three of Pentacles, I got mixed reactions as one might expect. Someone's like, we might be able to work with this now. And the other person's like, I ain't working with it. Don't expect me to cooperate. And the other person's like, could we? And you're like, nope. No. Don't expect me to cooperate. No. So I have a proposition of, you know, it's been with me a long time. I'm glad I'm getting it off my chest. Are you? Well, I have to say yes, because whatever this is needed to come forward. And I know it sucks, but it's still our responsibility to work through it, learn from it. Okay. So I don't know what this is, guys. It could be something super small, but to you it means a lot. It could be something super huge. And they didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. I don't know. Your story is your story regarding the details. I just know that part of the illusion that has to be destroyed is that someone had an idea that perhaps we could work through this. Three of Pentacles is super small functioning, but it's manageable on both sides if they choose it as participation. One person would like to choose that, but you're squashing that beef real fast. You're like, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't expect me to cooperate or put work into that or be friends with that or just feign to get along with it. It ain't happening. Okay. So what's interesting, the most interesting piece for you by far is your Knight of Cups is looking. It could be that you're looking for emotional security. It could be that you're trying to feel a sense of emotional safety to something that's outside of this. So I do see you in a seeker position, if you will. It's looking to me like you're wanting a heart space to land on something that feels familiar to you so you can express yourself safely towards it. It is coming across as it ain't that. And then let's try to go out over here and find a place for us to land and feel safe about it. So I don't know who your Knight of Cups is seeking out. It's just, it feels like it wants to get away from this. Okay, let's get some advice, please. And I am sorry, and when these things hit, they hit, don't they? Mm-hmm. But I have to insist, as difficult it was, try not to run away from it. Do yourself a favor, look at it sooner rather than later, otherwise you end up incurring a debt similar to them, and then you end up doing this to someone else. Okay, so there you go. Work through it. I'm not saying you have to get confrontational. I'm not saying you have to know your feelings right now. I'm not saying you have to know your mind right now. I'm saying when you feel a little more safe, okay, and you found a way to open up and feel better, that's when you start doing the work through process, all right? Advice, let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please, for Taurus. Oh. Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Yeah. You're talking to someone who you need to. That's all I know. You're pointing your conversation and your feelings somewhere else outside of this. Again, I see you pointing your back away from this. You do need to talk. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But there's something here that calls you further away from this, but it does represent an opportunity for you to directly communicate. Okay. I want you to take that. If it helps you open up and if it helps you feel more secure, then so be it. All right? You've got words in you that are just dying to come out, just away from this. Somewhere else. I am so tempted to push that further because this looks remarkably optimistic through my eyes. All I know is that it gives you an immediate sense of relief to express yourself to whoever's on the receiving end of that Eight of Wands. Okay, so I don't know who that is, but it was your first thought and it was very constructive, so that means it's probably correct. All right? I want you to go with that. It represents an opportunity to get the dialogue started and to get it out of you. So, that being said, I'm all for it. Man. I would like to push that further. I'm so very curious. Last quarter moon in Scorpio reveals what needs to be seen. I know it sucks. I know. You were on the end of a reveal, and then you've got, last quarter moon in Scorpio. Some of you have some very interesting Scorpio in your chart, but reveal what needs to be seen, and there you are. I see you creating dialogue, and it allows you to talk and organize your thoughts. Okay, so here's a kind of reveal that you had to deal with. Okay, and again, get it outside of you. That's all I see for you. There's the reveal. There you go. Reflect on your priorities, last quarter moon in Aquarius. All right. Try to understand how important this is. What parts of it are the most important takeaways. How it affects you, how it doesn't. What it means for you, what it doesn't. Okay? Because I see you rushing to get these words and or dialogue out of you. Anything to start generating activity around what you experienced. Most likely to help you normalize. Okay. Goodness, tricky. This one's tricky. Like always, your reads can take me to very interesting places. Part of you knew this was coming, didn't you? And the shadow side under the moon. It was something that the Seven of Swords, I immediately thought you had a sneaking suspicion, but then you told your mind not to worry about it, right? Honey, you're highly intuitive. You just don't get much credit for it. That was your shadow side talking. You have to understand under the moon exists intuition, but when it's partially obscured by the clouds and somewhere between illusion and fantasy and denial, it's really hard to listen to ourselves. And we can't take that clarity once it comes forward. We can't take it away. We'd be doing ourselves a disservice anyway. So the more you can start to understand this, the better. I'm not saying you have to heal it tomorrow and Haran. I'm saying the more you understand it, your role in it, and why it had to be, so much better. Okay? You don't want to end up doing what someone else did here to you. All right? Whatever that is. It was something you probably should have known before now and suspected, but hope it wasn't true. Okay? You have a powerful shadow side, my friend. So give yourself that credit. That's what I'm saying. That it went from anti-truth to truth, like in a dime, on a dime. And the truth, the expression of it, there you go. But it's not towards this. It's towards an outside source that you immediately start dissecting your thoughts to and your words to. And it's like your truth is being aimed not at this situation, but outside of it. That's your landing pad. That's your landing pad. It's like I said, now that you know, you can't unknow it. Okay. So I want you to start working with that truth as soon as possible. Gosh, I wish I knew what the heck to... If you feel safe, if you feel secure, feel free to put that in the comments or don't. But I mean, if it's heavy, then it's heavy. But hopefully that's not the case. We have the feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air influence, of course, and then also just confirmation for some of you. A feather, the dog with the bone in its mouth in the reverse. In other words, somebody doesn't want to be anxious about this anymore. I understand. I do. I had the octopus in the reverse. There's that sense of I don't want to know the unknown. I don't want to delve the deep depths. I don't want to get that deep with this. You know, what's that song by Natalie Merchant? I absolutely hate it. And yeah, in many respects, I still do, because it's really just chorus. It's a song that's just one big chorus, and that's why I don't like it. What does she say over and over again? Shove me in the shallow water before I get too deep. And it's like 3 minutes of that. Sometimes you gotta go deep. No pun intended. Sometimes you gotta go deep, guys, whether you like it or not. Because in there lies the depths of the truth. Here we have the wreath associated with the world. As one door closes, another opens, this kind of thing. Absolutely. Okay, and then also upcoming December or January might be of importance to some of you. Okay, at World's End specifically. No letters. I don't like that. It bothers me I don't have letters or medallion. We have one letter, and that is O. We have the big heart here. Okay, remember, right here, there is a safe place for your feelings. I know there is. And your bat's in the reverse here. We're not trying to hone in on this situation. We're really not. Okay. Also, trying to ignore the unique signal you had with it, too. Okay. Taurus, honey, I do hope this helped you. Unique and interesting as it was, without all the details I would like, but still, I think your initial instinct here is dead on bang. I do. I hope that that conversation is productive and it's what you need. It seems to give you a sense of inspiration in the next direction. Okay? Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on? Show me Virgo and their person. Show me Virgo and their person, please. Let's do one more. Show me Virgo, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. As I explain that intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. What's going on? The Knight of Wands, the Empress, Lovers. Are we feeling extra about a certain someone? With energy like that, I don't blame you. I'm on it. Nine of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Don't know who that is, but they're completely unrelated. Good. I'm sorry. It's just so different, and it's I'll get back to it. I had such a distinct impression. I don't want to forget it. It's almost okay. It's almost like this person is saying, "I'm tired of trying to fight you. If that's what you got to do, go." And you're like, "Okay, bye." Okay, Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Moon. Overview is justice. Man, strong sense of balance, and that's what I want you to listen to, and I think you are. There's a strong sense of constructive balance here, spiritually for you, technically legal, however you want to put it. Justice is rather large scale. It goes beyond that sense of Six of Pentacles balance, but the overall sense of in from within, so without. And so it's a little bit more, it's like, I feel correct. I feel justified. I feel that things are just where they need to be in terms of balances. I feel it for myself spiritually and possibly for the situation. And so you have what is very much a powerful situation attached to you. Man, you excited for somebody. Like, you super excited. Knights of Wands, the Empress, the Lovers. And I don't blame you. It was not just juicy. Yes, we got some nice big juicy energy for somebody. It just makes us feel all the special things. We feel super empowered. We feel like we can be ourselves. And our energy naturally rises towards this. It rises towards it physically, of course. spiritually, emotionally, everything. It is looking like we are determined to connect with it. Energetically speaking, we are determined to connect with it. It feels like time could be right for the old balance there. It's what's due, it's correct. And there's that sense of, I recognize myself in this spiritually, perhaps the other person do. And now, of course, we're not talking about it. It's a sense that's really, really hard to define. It's when people stop to try and define it that they tend to get awkward with it and talk themselves out of it and pull themselves back. So this goes well beyond that sense of butterflies here. It's a strong knowing of the self. You either feel like someone knows you and you know yourself better for having known them, or you don't. That's it. It's really hard for people to understand that. Your life is either enhanced by being connected to this person or it's being detracted from. You either see yourself in it fully, in the part you're playing it, and you understand theirs too, or you don't, right? So you have all those markers here of this is significant, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation. And I see it, I feel it, I sense it, I gotta go. I don't think anyone will blame you for that. And this person is kind of tired. I don't know who this is, but it's not the powerful connection. It's not the big muy importante. It's someone who's almost like they're saying they're tired of trying to hold you back. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Because 9 of Wands here is chronic in terms of behavior repetition. 7 of Swords, avoidance, putting up walls and avoidance. And I don't want to talk about it or think about it anymore. And the Wheel of Fortune is a reflection of time in that position. So it's like someone's thought process over this, over time, is like, I am tired of holding Virgo back or trying to dissuade Virgo or talking Virgo out of this. I'm tired. I'm tired. If you got to go, peace be with you, go. I don't know who this is. I can't even say it's supportive because it seems to have spent a lot of time or energy trying to dissuade you, trying to be unsupportive. Like, I don't want to do it and it's not my job. And it's right, it's not their job. So I don't know if you gave them that assignment. Hey, if I start talking or thinking about so-and-so, you tell me not to. And you gave them that assignment. I guess, well, God news, baby. Either that assignment got really tired for them or they just can't do it or won't do it anymore. They never wanted to. So I don't quite know where that's coming from. I think it's odd. It's a little bizarre. It's in that respect of, I don't know how it was their business to hold you back, quote unquote, unless you enlisted them to make it their business or to act as the voice of reason or to, Virgo, let's talk about those walls or those barriers. Now, I don't know why they were there at all for that person, but they're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not responsible for you. And they're not. You're responsible for you. So if this is what you got to do, quote unquote, then you go do it. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. That's a lot of advanced work here, I believe, between yourself and someone else, possibly this very energy about the things we've been discussing. So it's that sense of the Moon. And Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, active knowledge base with experience and a sense of self-worth about the deep, deep unknown. So that's active participation in the unknown. Okay, so that's good work. Through my eyes, this is good work. It's not easily achieved with one person, but it might help if you have someone to relay it to. So I can't help but think it's this influence who's kind of tired of discouraging you or working you through this or talking you through this. I don't know. I really don't know. But they're part of the discovery process, so I'm not mad at them. You know, I don't know how else to put it, but they helped you explore the unknown a little bit, your fears, your fantasies and the illusions and what we've been keeping back from ourselves. Does that make sense? And that's active participation from what looks like two people to help make the unknown a little more known to you. So I don't know who's got you lit up like the 4th of July, but it's now in that place for you because you've done so much work on this subject that it feels correct now. Isn't that nice? Wow, I don't get to see things like this too often. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool in my book. So congratulations on the work. So I mean, the heavy discouraging is like we've been working through this. And the more you work, so if they were trying to hold you back from this, the irony is like you're now more prepared for this connection than you ever were before. So I don't I don't know. But still, at the end of the day, you're still responsible for you. And like I said, and all I have to show for this is that you have a better feeling for this connection now than you ever had before. Stronger, more tied to it, more deeply tied to it, and what it means to you and how it finally feels correct for you at last. So, and it's like, I'm tired of trying to rein in your wild horses. Well, perhaps that was just in the process of helping you get better acclimated to it, understand it more. I don't know. But that's active moon work between two people. So it feels like a discovery project a little bit. But yeah, I don't know who your person is. But that's a heck of a feeling, you know? That's a heck of a feeling. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice for Virgo. Yours definitely gave me the chuckles today. I don't. It's not like I'm laughing at you. It's just the way that it hits is different. It's really different. It's like you're talking to a coach who got tired of coaching you. You're talking to a friend who got tired of the same subject. I don't know. That's it, isn't it? You are talking to somebody to work through the same subject, and they're like, I can't with you anymore. Just, if that's where you got to be, then that's where you got to be. I don't know how else to put it, but it's not that it's wrong. It feels very, very right. If anything, the Chariot, the Emperor, and the Five of Cups, there is a strong sense of, I got to go. Once more with the Chariot, very powerful vehicle of the heart. Okay? And the Emperor, taking charge, feeling empowered, Five of Cups. There is such a sense of emotional loss and or regret, and it's like it's time we took charge of it. Ache, specifically, the Emperor here is feeling an ache. And he doesn't like to feel achy. He really doesn't. He likes things to be taken care of. When the Chariot's in the Emperor and the Five of Cups, he's not a big fan of the Five of Cups, right? So there's that sense of ache or separation or longing and possibly, or just missing what we know is right for us, you know, a haunt of the heart. But we want to do something about it because the Chariot's going to be so much more powerful than that Five of Cups. You know, we don't want to feel helpless or a slave to negative emotions anymore. Past or yesterday, it doesn't matter. We want to move forward, okay? And that's the advice for you today. Let's go ahead and pull some Moonology for you. Speak your world into being. First quarter moon in Gemini. Okay? And then you did. You worked through that moon. And you came out the other side feeling stronger about this connection than ever before. I think you intended it to be the other way around, or you thought it would be, but it wasn't. What's going on? They don't want to discuss it anymore. That's what I do know. It looks like we're done. We're done on that that's what I'm saying right there. Confusion, the illusions, having worked through that moon energy. For some of you, by the way, Virgo might be your Neptune placement. There's that Five of Cups again. A sense of apology, forgiveness, okay? Having worked through it, now seeing the other side of the moon energy and what was in it this whole time. Very interesting. We worked through it. We worked through quite a bit. Like I said, I can't be mad at your friend there. Or whoever that is. Okay? That feeling of being stuck for a long time. And we're going to become unstuck. All right? Very good. Charms. We have the letter M. We have big masculine glasses. There we go. We have the octopus in the upright. Good. You know, if we're going to explore the deep, unknown depths of something, we really have to be willing to. That's active exploration of difficult things. And the great white shark in reverse, Scorpio energy, but it's just not a survival thing. It's not a pursual thing. It's not consuming to survive. We're doing this because we understand it's right for us, and there's a big difference between the two. And did I say letter M? Because letter M. Okay, Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on for Capricorn and their person? Show me Capricorn, please. Show me Capricorn and their person. Show me Capricorn and their person. Excuse me. What's going on? Show me, Capricorn. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, as I explained in the intro. Oh, it's been a long day. Reverse those energies as you see fit. There we go. Yeah, we're still recovering. All right, but we're doing good. Page of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. Don't force it. The Lovers, Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay. Don't force it. I'm not going to say this too often, but it's not on you. Okay? I'm not saying fault. What I'm saying is it's not for you to force a discovery. All right? King of Wands, the Empress, and the Seven of Cups. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? You got to stick to your guns here. The Hierophant, your higher self. Okay? You know. And so that means what I'm looking at today, the stuff you already have a sneaking suspicion of, you already freaking know. So I want you to stand in your sense of, I know, and I'm going to stick to it. You're showing me commitment as it's intended, first and foremost, of the self. I know what the right thing to do is. I know what my higher self is trying to teach me. I have my lessons down. It's just sometimes I wonder. I know, you and everybody else. I mean, it's normal. It's painful, but it's normal. Okay? Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. You wonder that despite the breakage or damage, are they thinking about you? Do they understand that your heart hurts? Do they understand how much thought you have put into them? The answer is yes. They're working through it now, but you can't see it right now. You two are clearly disconnected at the moment. But you want to know. You want to know if they know or have any kind of idea or concern that your heart hurts. You know? That the break has affected you too. There's willful blindness here. You already know. You already know they do. It's just sometimes you're going to give in to doubt and self-doubt and talk yourself out of the plan. And by that I mean you're going to try to reach out when they're not ready, you know, or make a show or make a movement when they're not ready, to try to prompt something. You know better. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I understand the idea behind it, okay? You can't see, and so you're leaving a lot of room for self-doubt about whether or not you should open up your heart to a subject that someone's already aware of. So let's talk about that. The Lovers, of course, it's a strong connection. Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords. This person's working through truth as we speak. I'll give him that. There is that sense of, I'm denying my lover right now. Spiritual access, mental access, emotional access, physical access too. But eventually the truth will out. Ace of Swords. There's something that they're working through, guys, about the connection and its meaning and context, how they find themselves in it, therefore how they find you in it, and how they experience the connection. So don't trigger that Ace of Swords because you can't. This is something that they have to arrive to on their own time and in their own way. Now, I'm not saying wait. I would never encourage that, ever. If somebody's like, I need time to find myself in India for 6 months, you have fun. Don't expect me to be here when you get back. That's waiting, and it's something that they need to do, but it's not exactly in any way helpful to you or the so-called connection. It takes away from the value, doesn't add to it. Sometimes you're showing me this classically, you need breaks in order to understand where you are, where they are, and how the connection can come back together, if at all. And I think that's where this is. There's something here they need to understand. And they're a big person, whoever they are, they can figure it out themselves. And it's going to take time. But it's up to you to understand that when this reintroduces itself, and it will, where your part is in it and what you learned through the absence. Okay? Not trying to force it or trigger it to happen sooner. You need to appreciate your side of things too, because you may find for yourself you're not mentally or emotionally connected to this anymore. Okay? So while I know you're anxious, and do they understand how this has affected you? Do they understand that it's hurt you too? The answer is yeah. But they have to figure it out for themselves. Okay? So you do your part on your own. They need to do their part. They have some serious thinking to get through. You already know how you feel. You feel hurt, you feel rejected. And you wonder if they can appreciate that. The answer is yeah. But let them discover it. You poking and pushing them isn't going to do anything. And I'm not saying that you are, but I can see it's tempting. I want you to stick to your higher self, okay? There you go. King of Wands, the Empress, the Seven of Cups. It seems like the impossible thing, given where you two are from your different perspectives. Eventually they re-emerge, okay? And I see two people very much invested in reopening towards each other. We're excited by this, okay? Someone is feeling the more fullest empowered selves, and I see emotional exploration between you two. All right? It's not options in love. It is, okay, I'm willing to open myself to you, and if you do the same. I see two people who are very much excited to do this. All right? But we need some space here. This is classically, we need some space. Honestly, you two aren't that far apart in terms of deniability. Okay? Did this really happen? Do they even understand my point of view? Do they even appreciate my point of view? Yeah, but they need time. Okay? Because you have a point of view too. I want you to think about that and think about theirs. Okay? It's going to take two here. But then I see these two people opening up towards each other beautifully. Okay? Now, they may not know how difficult it has been for you. Absolutely. But the same is true for their side. Takes two. Okay? Let me tell you something. In the movies, the villain is obviously the villain to the viewer, not to the villain. The villain rarely understands they're the villain. Okay, so I'm not saying this person is a villain. I'm saying they needed to understand their part. Okay? In the connection. And that's what the whole point of open dialogue is. Do you understand that this hurt me too? Do you understand this affected me too? Actually, I didn't, and that's why I wanted to talk to you. Okay, I want you to tell me. Or this is how I was hurt and affected by this. Did you think of that? Actually, no, I didn't. Okay, see? Let's get the advice, please. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and Strength. Okay? Yeah, the advice is to work on what you know. Okay? Keep your head down. I'm not saying distract yourself to the point of busyness. What I'm saying is that take strength in your sense of stability. Take strength in who you are. Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. You have things to do. You have a world to occupy that needs you. Okay? Take strength in what you know, not the fears of the mind. Take strength in what you know, not how you've been hurt. There are many elements in this connection that you are familiar with. So don't allow this break in the pain to make that fuzzy. Don't lose sight of that. There's a lot here to work with. Okay? There is still a lot here to work with. Trust what you know, not the fears of your mind. They're trying to do the same. Okay? It might take strength, I grant you, to stabilize the situation, but you have a lot of material to work with that a lot of people don't about their person. I think you know them better. All right? All right. Celebration. Here in this context of Three Cups, the sense of a union or reunion, I should say, at the emotional level, of course. I know, I see that happening eventually. But for now, maintain the separation and keep that sense of longing, which is the fears of the mind, in check. Okay? You're anxious about whether or not you'll connect. Do they see you, etc. You both are suffering from that in your own respective ways. You'll have time to share that. All right? It's not a secret admirer. We already know who this is. You know who they are. It's in this respective. You don't know how much they're thinking about you, and vice versa. Okay? That's what I mean. I saw that thought clearly imprinted on your mind. I don't know if they think about me at all, if they even care what I went through. Yeah, they do. They do. Talk less, feel more. For now. Okay? Last quarter moon in Pisces. I really want you to trust more in what you know about the situation or person. Okay? All right. Reveal what needs to be seen when it's time. Okay? For now, keep yourself to yourself. And then later, when it's time for the discovery or rediscovery, be present. That's it. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Okay. Okay, we have the zombie in reverse wanting to come out of this state of lethargy and nothing's happening to full-on activation. I know. The medallion of the child, some of you, confirmation of children being involved. If not children, then dependents. Okay, but that sense of smallness, vulnerability, feeling small and alone as well is here. You know more than that. Okay. You're a very stable person that I'm looking at here today. And I know you feel small, you feel vulnerable in the situation. That will ease when it's time. The letter L. Okay. Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on for Scorpio? Show me Scorpio and their person, please. I think I'm going to do some stuff chicken tonight. Yes. What's going on, please? Show me Scorpio and their person. One more. Let's see Scorpio and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. And like always, refer back to that intro. Reverse those energies as you see fit. All right. The Eight of Pentacles, Strength, and the Four of Cups. Okay. Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Man. Okay. The Hanged Man, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Overview is the Knight of Wands. You're showing me energy here. But it's getting to that point of I'm trying to bury my head in the sand energy. Okay. About a context or a situation that you have with somebody. And it could involve work. I see enough pentacles here. But you're showing me work context and the thing. I got energy and I need to do something with it. And it's going to distract me from that. Okay. Let's talk about it. So here are the Knights of Wands you're opening. I can tell you're a little go-getter. You know, you have a lot of natural high energy, which is fantastic. And you might be naturally passionate about your work, and that's where you are right now. But you're also showing me strength of will in order to kind of like not deal with some difficult emotions. Four of Cups. Unhappy. Well, I'm not happy. And some of you have a tendency to bury yourself in work to kind of forget that. Okay, I understand. That's what you call temporary tactic. It's a Band-Aid, but Band-Aids are not meant to cover, like, you know, major cuts or broken bones. Okay? Now, I don't know how deep your disappointment is running, but you use work to supplement or offshore a lot of energy, you know. And I get that. I'm naturally high energy too, and I will throw myself into work, and that helps me work through difficult emotions, though. It's not meant to use to ignore them. Some of you are using your work activities or just keeping yourself busy overall to kind of like, this is what's going on and I'm trying to ignore it. I understand. But remember, that's a temporary gig. All right? You still need to consult with you at the end of the day regarding deeper emotions, such as disappointment, lethargy, and frankly, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I understand. Don't get lost to that, though. You ever meet somebody who lives in the Four Cups all day, every day? It's really exhausting. Okay, so I don't want you to be that person. Now, their energetic impression to me, my first thought, literally the visual actually wasn't a thought, it was a visual, was somebody playing double dutch. Like that. And they want to find a way to get in there, but they can't seem to get their timing right. Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Three of Swords. This person has had a lot of time to think about what to do. Oh, a while. They've had a while. They've been looking at that game of double dutch for a while, although this isn't a game, I emphasize. But where to kind of land so they don't get hit with the rope and, you know, knock themselves out of the game. Yeah. And the Three of Swords, and because they still haven't come up with anything that looks like a feasible entry point, they're making themselves more sad. So I don't know why they can't just stop the game and be like, hey, can we stop with the activity real quick? I have something to say. Because this person is focusing on what to do, if anything at all. They rest on it, and as soon as they get an idea, they start looking at the double dutch and be like, that could be an entry. Oh, no, timing's off. It looks kind of like an elaborate delay tactic, kind of like the way you're bearing your more difficult emotions because you don't want to deal with them right yet. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure you work on them here and there, as strength would imply, but you're also using strength to kind of ignore it. And this person's playing for time about a proposed maybe entry point. to work through their feelings with you. And because they keep delaying, they keep adding to the pain, increasing the pain. So that's disappointing. And that sucks too, because I see the delay is just exaggerated with the Hanged Man here. It's shared between you two to some extent. 9 of Cups and 2 of Cups. To be clear, you two very deeply care about each other. Very deeply. Love each other. I would say care, that's a frustrating word because it's not love. But when you deeply care about somebody, that means you therefore love them too. Okay? Now, I don't want to put labels and define how much that is, but I know, bare minimum, you two care about each other. In fact, one of you proudly admits it, 9 of Cups. I do love this person, and I know that. And that comes from the heart. That very strong sense of, I know my feelings, and I can claim them. So I know at least one of you has clearly identified your feelings. Okay. So therefore, I can't help but conclude you both deeply care about each other. But it does come from a place of love at the end of the day. Regardless of who positively identified their feelings. It still comes from love on both sides, but it's on delay. The whole thing's on delay. Okay. I wish someone would just put the timeout, act as a referee and say, hey, timeout on play. I want to jump in here real quick, or not jump at all and just talk to you directly or act towards you directly. And never mind with this, how do I find an entry point bullshit and just get to it? And you kind of putting your pentacles down long enough to connect with this. I have no passage of time between the back and forth and you working hard to kind of suppress the emotions and the Hanged Man here. I don't know, but I do know the emotional value here between you two has been left untouched, and that's the thing about pauses. It's still accessible. Feelings hadn't really eroded for either one of you. So from my point of view, from my opinion, would this still be worth connecting to? Absolutely. You know. But the value of it being in the 3D and doing something and clarifying our thoughts has been very delayed. Very badly delayed. Let's get some advice for you. Or them. Somebody. I need to get advice for somebody. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice, please. I hope if this person's so-called waiting, it's on them to make up their mind about a particular subject, particularly as it relates to approach and what they can do for this situation. And if you're waiting and you're kind of suppressing your unhappiness because you won't admit to yourself that you're waiting, okay, then you need to admit that you're waiting. And kind of figure things out accordingly. I don't want to hear it. I'm dealing with... No. You get to choose your level of participation, particularly if you're playing your own game of I'm not waiting, but you are. So I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying a lot of time has passed between you two. And someone's like, approaches it from a practical point of view. I don't know what to do. And every time I have a solution, I don't actually act on it, delay, and increase my pain. You're like, if I just work harder, I can just keep shoving those fucking feelings down. I don't, so I'm not trying to laugh at you because I strongly suspect that's you who proudly knows their feelings. You know, so let's get some advice for you. You know, your own ways, you're both being kind of stubborn, too much mental hesitation and physical hesitation, and you're just like, well, I'm just not going to feel my feelings. Okay. They're still there, though. Ace of Wands, King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. There it is. Somebody's got to get the cojones, man. And that is some cojones, too. That is some cojones. Because it's so simple, but it's so straightforward. The Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. That's very direct. That's very direct, but it's a little bit that can go a long way. Somebody's just got to get in there, man, and get past this Two of Pentacles bullshit and put something down. Three of Pentacles. And they got to have some enthusiasm and some confidence. That's it. A little bit can go a long way. Ace of Wands and the King of Wands, because the Three of Pentacles isn't much. It really isn't. This is constructive and nerve and confidence and get the fucking thing going. It doesn't take much. Some sense of hope here. It's not really leaning into passion so much as somebody doing something. Somebody having the nerve. Because look at what's at pause here. It's love. It's not really about the passion in this context. It's doing something. I agree. I just don't know who prompts the Three of Pentacles, but that's the advice. Settling upon some decided course of action, no matter how seemingly small it is, just so long as it's direct and it's got confidence behind it. You know? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What are you two trying to do? Wait each other out? Spiritually, physically? That's a losing game, my friend. That wealth of activity is just on one elaborate pause. Okay. All right, you guys. Yes. Trust in divine timing. Well, somebody somewhere is going to do something in time. Again, that does not mean we're waiting. That means we do take ownership of what we're really thinking and feeling, and that will help ease the process. Okay? Divine timing. It's the end of a cycle in this respect. Between you two, no. The end of that timing piece. So that tells me could be soon. Could be soon. The end of the delay here. But there is timing involved, yes, indeed. Anything else here, please? Yeah, there's the connectivity, 3 of Cups. That'll be in due course, in due time. In due time. There it is. Well, I keep going on and on. I'm very curious, though. Me wonders about that 3 of Pentacles and who's going to have the nerve to do it. I don't mean nervous in how dare you or daring each other. I mean the confidence to just drop some 3 of Pentacles. New moon in Leo. Shine. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Yeah? You beautiful sunflower. Yo. New moon in Leo. Smile. Shine. Release control. First quarter moon in Taurus. Somebody's got to let go of the control thing here and relax. New moon in Cancer. Okay? All right. We have the letter L. We have the medallion of Aquarius in the reverse. The key word here being friendly. We have the feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then confirmation for some of you of simply seeing a feather, symbolic possibly. We have the, this is you. We have the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. We're always busy. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. Part of that is that you're running from the negative emotions of this. So I'm not trying to call you out, but I'm also saying it's here. So I would just say work through that a little more. Okay, just work through that. Just admit that they're there. That's the easiest thing you could do, honestly. Yeah, honestly, it's the easiest thing you can do. It seems to me this person has the bigger task of stop increasing their own sense of heartache by feeling like they can do nothing, even when they got this close to doing something. So, okay. All right, Scorpio, honey, I hope this helps you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on, please, for Pisces and their person? Show me Pisces and their person. Show me Pisces and their person, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, as I explained in that intro. Reverse the energies as you see fit. All right. The 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Don't you hate it when that happens? Very distinctly reminds me of Scorpio's last check-in. So if you have any Scorpio in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. Because as far as I can tell, you got this. But that doesn't mean you don't get kickback from whatever it is. The Magician, the Ace of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. Oh, okay. Fair enough. 6 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the overview, the 9 of Swords. You're showing stress, but also you're showing me stress. Okay. And anxiety around a difficult subject, but you're trying not to show it. What you're showing me on the outside is I got this, and I believe you. Okay? You're a strong, independent Pisces, no doubt. But you've been locked up in your head. You just don't want others, or rather this person specifically, to know that you've been locked up in your head. And specifically that you really don't want to fight them. You really don't. But you're showing me that sometimes you break a sweat, but you don't want them to know that. That you got this. You got this. I got this. Please stop arguing with me. Okay? But what you're showing me is like stress when you're on your own around this subject. You really don't want this person's influence anymore. You're trying to retain a sense of independence and self-worth by rejecting this, or rather the argument of it specifically. Okay. Okay. And now, what's up with this? The Magician. Okay. Ace of Cups. Oh, okay. Five of Swords. Oh. It makes me nervous when the Five of Swords and the Magician are anywhere near each other. Anywhere near each other, because then that kind of translates into manipulation. No, but sometimes it's super small too. I wish for this silly thing, and I know it's not going to happen, but I still wish for it. Okay. It can be super mild, which a lot of people can identify with that. And then there's the other one. I really want something or a love union that I know isn't for me. They don't want to give me their cup, and I know that, but I'm going to summon it anyway. Like, you can summon to be in love with you when they're not. It's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I come up to this conflict all the time with people who really want to believe and suspend certain belief systems if it means it fits the idea of their manifestation, so i.e. manipulation. I want to believe I can manifest someone's heart, which means you want to manifest their love against their will, and that's not how manifestation works. Okay. Now, you can manifest for love to be yours. Pure love, true love, practical love. It is perfectly normal and healthy to manifest that, so long as it arrives of its own free will. As soon as you start subtracting someone else's experience, like they don't have a choice, ooh, the universe doesn't like that. Okay. So I don't know if it's all that, but I will say this. Someone is manifesting love with you, for you, to engage in it, to have new with you, or refresh the cup with you. And they're like, yeah, Pisces is totally down. Pisces is totally down. No, you're not. You're not. You feel you have made yourself clear on this. So you continue to fight it off because you're saying, practically speaking, I know what's best for me. I'm good here by myself. But it keeps you up at night and it stresses you out because it doesn't feel good, does it? When you know someone still actively pulls you or tries to pull them in, and you're like, I'm not into it. And, you know, people who want to believe the worst about energetic influences and I can manifest them against, their will. They don't see it that way. They're like, I love Pisces and I know they love me, and it's just a matter of time before they realize that. So full-on manifestation, and it feels uncomfortable because it's not what you want. Right? So what are we going to do about that? 6 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. You seem to be confident and continuing to reinforce the break. However, not necessarily with them, and that's a problem. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at this. I'm guessing you have found some way, specifically subtracting a -5 from a +8, that you have found a so-called way to be friends with this person, which has given them a false belief structure that you still want love with them in some way. You just don't know it yet. Am I right? They keep trying to make the friendship dynamic more than it is. So you're showing me false confidence around something you think you can make work. Because it kind of has, but then why is it keeping you up at night? Trying to make it work as friends with this person. I don't think you're trying to lead them on. I think you just don't know how to let them down. And I'm saying that because I know your signs. By the way, if you read tarot, you should have a background, astrological background on all 12 profiles. and you're the great harmonizer. You're like the great referee of the zodiac. It's really hard for you to deharmonize with people. Sometimes you must do, darling. We all have pros and cons. I know you pride yourself on making things work. Not with this. Not when it's unhealthy, and not when it's keeping you up at night. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it because you have to continue to fend off affections you don't want. So does it make you feel good to keep this person around as a friend? Because it seems to feed this notion that they have a right to summon you, and specifically your love energy. Okay? Do you really think you can be friends with this person, or you just feel obligated? Or does it make you feel kind of good knowing that they're around, even though you have no intention of making good on it? And I ask you that with respect because you may not have thought about it before. There's a lot of different ways I could take. I just know that the way it takes a toll on you at night, it can't be worth it. Okay? So keeping up with this pretense that we're friends when you don't like what they have to offer or pull from you, or keeping around because maybe it feels good, but not really. Because that's when you start to show manipulation back. And we don't want that either, right? Right now I'm leaning towards, I feel honestly that I can work through this and keep him as a friend. So let's get some advice for you, because it ain't worth that level of stress through my eyes, especially if someone wants something from you that you know you cannot give, not interested in giving, or don't want to give, okay? Because at some point you end up becoming the villain too, the more you try to keep it around. Okay? Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Good news is it's not so far gone that I'm seeing things like the devil, but, you know. I mean, we want to prevent, right? It's not about how bad is the damage. We also want to prevent damage too. All right. Intuition, the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, Knight of Wands. You know, right? Like, you know. You know. Intuitively, deep down. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I'm sure the universe appreciates it, but the fact of the matter is intuitively you feel you should know, you should leave this behind. And more to the point, not just leave this behind, but move your energy forward in a more positive direction. Like, you know, right? I know a part of you was hoping they would just move on, but that's not the case. Okay? We don't want this to go into any more of an unhealthy context. All right? All right, let's get some Moonology, please. Take a breather. Last quarter moon in Cancer. Full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. You know, this is part of the flow of life, is knowing when to stay connected to people, places, things, situations, circumstances, and also when to part ways with them. That is part of the flow of life. The flow of life is not just how I can hold on to everything and more or less be okay with it. It's also knowing people come, people go. That includes myself too. And you might have desired this person romantically or passionately at one point. That's not the point. Your flow and your ebb, you need to listen to them both. I flow in this direction, I ebb away from this direction. Okay. So yeah, keep trying to work with them is really just increasing that sense of I can... Well, if Pisces really wanted me gone, they would have disconnected fully. So there's still something there. I know there is. And they might be right. But it's not the way that they want it. Okay? We have the letter Y. R, we have the Deer, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Some of you might have some very strong earth in your chart. Also that sense of timidity and vulnerability here. We have the Cloud. It might be raining where you are. It might feel like it's gray days these days, overcast, but there's always a silver lining in there too. Okay, so keep that in mind. Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on for Cancer? Show me Cancer in their person, please. Show me Cancer in their person. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. So I explained that intro. Reverse the energies as you see fit. Oh, Okay, Death, the Sun, and the Page of Pentacles. Wow, that's a heck of a turnaround. But of course, there's going to be time frames in here that I'm not seeing, or perhaps you will show me. Let's take a look. Ace of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, well, at least you know what. Bravo for you then for accepting it. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Knights of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. You are very concerned with emotional happiness and harmony. And it's like, since I cannot stabilize with you, and I want there to have some sense of semblance of love and peace at the end of the day, then if that's what you want, you got it. And I don't think you're doing that as like a dare, but it's kind of like, this is what's important to me, is peace, love, and harmony with those people in my life that matter. And if you don't want to be part of it, okay, fine. I accept that. And I believe you're walking away from this with dignity and a sense of this is what must be done. So I don't think you're doing it to be angry or to be slighting. It's kind of like, this is what matters to me. And you and I, whatever this is, doesn't qualify. I want peace, and I want love, and I wish fulfillment and joy with those people who matter in my life. And you're telling me point blank, you don't want to be part of my life. So I'm going to go. And it hurts, honey. I'm not saying it's not. You had this idea of the sun with this person, that we could be happy. But Death is there claiming that sun, so it's like a cold sun. It does not feel joyous and hopeful and pleasant and warm anymore, you know. And the Death, and that's pretty distinct with the Page of Pentacles. And you have this idea in you that you will begin anew, you will start afresh, but it begins with you in steps, baby steps, nothing crazy, you know. You're like, if this is my goal, you and I and whatever it is we represent are anti that goal, which again, harmony. And if you don't want to be part of it, you don't want me to be part of it, you want me to go, we can't get along, we can't play along, okay, fine. Have it your way. So it's whomever is adamantly rejecting the emotional union with you, and that's pretty adamant. But you are accepting this gracefully. I'm not saying it didn't hurt. Of course, it hurts whenever you lose your sense of happiness like this and that sun becomes cold. That's a hard day, but you're taking it with a lot of grace and dignity. So I don't know how much time has passed, but I have to agree with you. If someone doesn't want you there, and it's pretty obvious, you know, don't fight what wouldn't fight for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like your little Page of Pentacles right there at the end. It is, you're open to new. I'm assuming that this has taken a while for you to accept, but once you have, you haven't given up on the idea of more for yourself. You can see yourself starting over, investing in something new. It is a rather substantial. Now jump over here. Ace of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. That's a lot of rejection. That's a lot of anger. That's a lot of words. That's a lot of threats. And actions speak louder. So even if this person's saying, or even if they're not saying, I should say, I want you gone, I want you gone, the idea is their actions are speaking louder than their commands or their words. It's like, you don't have to fight that hard to reject me out of your heart. I already feel rejected. Your actions are telling me everything. You know. So they didn't show me the world. They didn't show me death like you did. They didn't even show me the Ten of Swords. It's like, my cup is off limits. My love is off limits. You can't touch it. You can't have it. And 5 of Pentacles, I'm breaking with you in my heart space. It's like, I got it, babe. Or whatever this is to you. It may not be a babe. You know what I mean? It's the expression. You got it. You don't want me in there? You don't want to share it? I took the hint. With or without words, guys. With or without words. Actions speak louder. Then that's a lot of action. That's a lot of protest. You shouldn't have to fight for someone's heart space if they really don't want you there. So they may not have intended it ending, but with that much rejection, what did they think it was going to lead to? And this is what's really interesting over here. You're showing me a lot of earth energy that says, practically speaking, you know what to do. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. What's really interesting about this is that this is something for you that I'm looking at. You have been avoiding for a while. There's something here about this situation that has been speaking to, or rather screaming about, self-worth for a long time. And we've been trying to avoid that. We haven't been wanting to look at it. I really don't want to discuss my sense of self-worth when it comes to this union with this person. But it was there and it was up for table or discussion this whole time. We just didn't want to look at it too deeply. It wasn't a comfortable subject, you know? Is this worthy of me? But we didn't want to look at that too deeply, right? We had a comfort zone here in some way. I'm not saying it was over the top, joyous, loving, or passionate. No, obviously a lot of something, and over a lot of time led up to this moment. Long enough that you've been avoiding the issue about, is this worthy of me? Do I feel comforted, nurtured, and cared for? Do I feel loved? And if not, why does the inclination of that make me feel uncomfortable? I don't want to discuss it, shut it down. So, and then also, is what you have to give, was that being rejected too? Clearly it was. So also, anti-worth concept there that we've been trying not to look at. And yet here you are, no matter how slowly or how smally, it's been a long day. No matter how small, I use interesting words, and sometimes I just make them up. It just kind of depends on how tired we are. Yeah. Knights of Pentacles. Slowly but surely, you're picking yourself up and dusting off your shoes, and you're still moving forward. You still have that pentacle determinedly fixed in your hand. You are still determined to move forward in a direction, no matter how slow. And if it means you starting over, if it means investing in a new version of you or a new life, no matter how big, no matter how small, you're going to do it. So I want you to have faith in that. Have faith in yourself in this way, the way this situation did not have faith in you, at least not in love. Okay? Because you know, somewhere back there, and that sneaking suspicion, this is not a good return on my investment. This is not, ROI, return on investment. Absolutely. It's a big deal when somebody says, I used to feel so happy with you and with us, and I can't say that anymore. And all I want is for peace. All I want is for peace and for people to be happy. And I don't make you happy. And guess what? I don't feel so happy with you either. So I really like the way, it's almost like you're walking against the wind or walking into the sunset, but it's admirable. You keep those feet going in a particular direction and you keep your back turned to whatever it is you leave behind. And it's not going to be easy. Take your time. But I do like that nevertheless, you still see things for yourself. Okay. My. This is... It's not that it's unforgivable, but it is inexcusable. If you really don't want someone in your life, just say so. Don't fight. Don't look for threatening reasons to part ways. Don't threaten breaking. Don't threaten finances. Don't cause such a ruckus. If you don't want me in your heart, therefore your space, tell me. But again, their actions, I think, spoke for them. And it's like, well, I didn't mean for that. Yeah, you did, though. You told me in every conceivable way you didn't want me there, anywhere near touching your heart. I took the hint. There's no healing here. There was no offer there. Just, this isn't what I want to do, and this isn't where I want to be, and I don't think this is worthy of me, and frankly, I know better. Between the two of us, it looks like I'm the one that knows better. Okay. Because also, P.S., it works both ways. You don't think this is worthy of them either. And I think you're right about that. I know you are. Especially if you want someone who just wants harmony at the end of the day. Support and love, you know? Let's get some advice for you. Man, oh man. The Four of Swords, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. That's some interesting advice. Your advice is to heal with some sort of connection that seems to be a soul bond that could be active with the Six of Pentacles. In other words, it goes beyond the theory of just a spiritual and emotional connection. It could be of benefit to you if you balanced with it. I don't know who that is. Six of Cups could be anybody whom you share a unique connection with, but that you've balanced with before. Your advice is to directly get influence from them in regards to healing. The reason why I have not pinned it on this person, first of all, you're not welcome in the heart space. A balancing with a Six of Cups would suggest you have to be open to each other via proximity in an equal way. This is not equal at all. Second, no healing elements as addressed. Third, you had a sneaking suspicion that this is where it was headed. 4, you've already resigned to turn your back on this without looking back. I mean, I take into a lot of things into factor when I see something unexpected like this, because up until this point it was not mentioned. Your advice is to help yourself heal with somebody whom is your equal, like literally equal, whomever this is. I don't know. It's someone whom you share memories with, bare minimum, emotional memories. But there's that unique undercurrent that in many respects, no matter what it looks like on the surface, it makes you two equals. In other words, someone who is more like you on the inside than different. Okay. We balance with this person, we heal. This is someone who would understand you, not someone who is so in opposition to you. Okay, very important. Oh my. Gosh, I have half a mind to keep getting more advice on this one. Support, bare minimum. This is support. Someone who understands the sense of harmony. Okay. And being open to support and love and showing caring and affection in a way that's real practical and actually supports the other person. First quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. Like I said, it's... And theirs too. They made it clear, even if they didn't use words, I want it to be over. Their actions did. So again, you go by actions. If someone wants you around, they say so. And they more than say, they do. They act on it. Remember that. First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. Now, for some of you, absolutely. Big success and spiritual awakening. Good job. It may not seem that way. That might seem flippant, but it's not. Some of you have really hit a new milestone in your spiritual awakening. From your point of view, maybe not. But that's a matter of time before it catches up to you. You had a major success here in understanding something. Good job. Good job. Stay present. Remember to stay present. Show abundance. Stay in the moment. And by abundance, just an appreciation for staying present and in the moment and focusing on what it is you do have and what you have yet to achieve or be part of. Show gratitude and show gratitude to yourself and whatever the situation you had to learn from it, to gain from it, whatever it was. Show appreciation to that too. Try to part ways with it on good terms, which I think is what you're trying to do. Okay. Okay. We have the letter R. We have the dragon. Aries, Leo, Sag, fire energy, in other words, and then dominating for some folks, fire breathing, dominating, angry. Okay. The big owl, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the knowledge, the insight, the wisdom being expressed. Very good. Cancer, honey, oh my goodness. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.